Hi team, so what we're going to do now is have a look in our garden and to see what's going on. So as I said, it's April, so it's getting to be pretty late in the season. We just planted a row of carrots about maybe 3 weeks, a month ago maybe, and this is where they're at. They're pretty much at the stage where they need to be thinned out. So if you leave the carrots like this, they're going to get all crowded and they won't do very well. So we're going to have to thin these out. Hey, there's a wicker feather. So I'll show you how to do that. Basically, all you're going to do is see how there's two here and they're really close together. I'll see if I can show you these ones. I'm going to take the weakest one and just pull it out. If they're, a wee way apart like that, I'll leave them because next time I can take what's called thinnings and you can eat the thinnings. So I'd go right down the row and I'd basically pull out any weak little ones and separate them so they can grow really nicely. Now you can sometimes, something's been eating these. You can see that the tops are missing, and here's a little culprit here, a little grub. So we don't want him. Okay, and yeah, so we would just go down and do that. Now at the same time, or a couple of days later, we've planted some parsnips. So these are parsnip seeds, but you can see we didn't get a very good strike on those. So I could probably come back and put some more seeds in here. You can see one of our spinach is falling over, so I might put some sticks up to stop that. Then we've also got some cabbage, and you can see something's already starting to have a wee munch on that. We've got some holes in there, probably some kind of caterpillar. So we would have to put some stuff on there. Yeah, I can see some little eggs there and something else. So I'm going to put some Dearest dust on those today to stop them being eaten. Same with these. Now these are some carrots that I planted after I'd thinned them at a bit bigger stage, and I've popped them in here to see how they'd go. And so down here you can see this one's not too bad. I might pull them out for you and we'll see, though when you do your thinnings often the ends will go a bit wonky, so you can see he's a bit warped. Whereas if we go to where I got those ones from, over here, we've got some quite good looking carrots. Now hopefully we'll find out. Aha! A big monster. He's actually starting to split. So yeah, I've got some good looking carrots. We had a couple of, this was a cabbage that we've just chopped. So here's one over here. I've got some spring onions that are a bit big and wild now. I've got some rhubarb. This is rhubarb here. Again, something's having a good old munch. And we've got some beans which are pretty much done by. So now's the time to have a good clean up. For autumn, I could come through and harvest anything that's good, but these beans are pretty much had it. There might be the odd bean that we could pick, but I'm going to pull those out. That will give my, I've got some beetroot, and some of them are doing quite well actually. I could harvest those and cook them up. And so I'm going to pull that out, and it will make way for some new plants we've got. Because I've got some little lettuces here that really need to be planted out. We've had them for a few weeks and they're going to town. And we've also in here, we've got some brassicas, which cabbages here, and collies. Wish I'd got some more broccoli actually. So when we can, we might have to go and buy some more broccoli. So this was a broccoli that we've harvested, and it did real well in the tunnel house, and Greg's just trying to get it to grow some more little babies. My friends from Zimbabwe like to eat those. They chop them all up and they're really yummy actually. I have to find out how they do it. Now the one thing we've got which might be ready for harvest soonish is corn. So corn, it's had a bit of a battering this year. It's been knocked down by the wind twice, so that's why it's all tied up and looking a bit weird. But hopefully we'll be able to harvest some corn off that in the next wee while. Some of them are getting reasonable size, you can see that. So looking forward to that. I got some quite good corn last year as well. So now's the time to come in and have a good old tidy up, get rid of any dead leaves. So we're going to pull things out like this cabbage. He's going to go in the compost, and we're going to make space for more stuff. So I might put a time lapse on that when I do that. I can see I've got some spuds in there that are probably ready to be harvested too. That I call them volunteer spuds. So this is it here. You can see he's starting to die off. So he's just been in the garden and he's come up on his own. So we might get a few spuds. Now these are a nasty plant. I don't even know what they're called, but they whirl through this area, and you can see this is them here. They've got a beautiful purplish leaf at this time of year, but I have to dig all those out to create my gardens. So my next task, once I've done everything else, is in this area I want to have some beds for my berries. So I've got some raspberry plants, again being eaten alive by something, and that's a thornless blackberry, and I want to have a whole bunch of different berries over in that area there, and that's going to be my berry patch.